Hello everyone, my name's TechWarset and I've got a new game for the channel. This one's called Factorio. It is a base building resource management game where you automate the production of all the bits and bobs that you need to make bigger and better things, while making a bigger and better factory. Hence the name Factorio. And the built-in win condition of the game is launching a rocket into space. I have actually yet to complete this, despite the countless hours I've played on the game. I just get so caught up on building the factory that I forget to finish the game. That's a lie, I just get caught up on one particular part of the game and just never get past it. But this is going to be my motivation to get past it. I'm going to make a series on it, and we'll see how well it does. If you hear bells ringing in the background, that is my cats. They have bells on their collars. Okay, but anyways, so the world settings that I'm going with on this game is going to try to facilitate a couple of things. It's the one of the default settings called Rail World. It's supposed to encourage the building with trains. Something that I like to do. It also makes me think a little bit more critically about that. But anyways, I've turned off enemies, I've turned off pollution. So hopefully that also encourages me to complete the game. But anyways, I need to get a basic setup on my mining, be it a basic power setup, and I will be right back. And I'm back. I've got some miners set up, some smelting set up, and this other set of miners that are powered by electricity. Yes, I also set up my basic power setup. How many times can I say set up? Okay. So I've only got partially set up. I've only got these 4 boilers placed, but I do have everything mapped out for the full power setup. The basic power ratio is 1 pump to 20 boilers to 40 steam engines. And this is going to last me well into my beginning factory, as soon as everything's filled in. But yeah, that's really all I've got here. Now I need to start working on getting a research lab set up so I can start researching and make new stuff. So you'll notice these things, these are not default in the game, they are part of a mod. I will talk about the mods that I'm using at the end of the video, because by then I think I will have a more concrete mod list for this series. It's not going to be anything game-changing, really. It's going to be basically quality of life stuff like using these mini loaders. But anyways, I'm going to get started on the research and I shall be right back. And I am back. I have completed my power setup, but I am nowhere near ready for needing that much power. If I click on my power pole, I'm currently not using any power. Because everything's nice and backed up. But anyways, so I've got miners set up, going into even more smelting, and I've automated red science so I can start researching. And red science is just copper plates and iron gear wheels. Automated the crafting of the iron gear wheels, those are getting pumped into here, and I've been manually dropping in copper plates whenever I see fit. Just because it's not that big of a deal for me to pick them up and run them over. And it's more of a pain to actually make the transport belts. I'll eventually get around to automating those, but that time is not now. But anyways, I'm going to be researching a little bit more so I can make more better research area thing. And that's what I'm going to be doing next. I've got the startings of getting my fully automated red and green sciences going. And it's really simple enough. So I've got... Oh my god, I did so much between this, where to even start. Okay, so I've got the research going, you can see all of that. But I also set up mining, or increased my mining setup. There we go. So you get over here so you can actually see it, or see everything. So I expanded my iron mines and copper mines and have routed it through an expanded smelter setup. There we go. And I'm running these lines over into a main bus. Bus being your distribution system. Or a main distribution system, how about that? You basically run a bunch of parallel lines through, and then you route it to where you need it. And you keep your main resources on the bus. Simplified term, or simplified a very complex term. Thank you very much. But anyways, so this is basically the same I had before, except for these two these two iron gear wheel assemblers can supply 10 red science assemblers. And over here with the green science requires transport belts and inserters. And inserters are a pain in the butt because they require plates, gear wheels, and electronic circuits. And the electronic circuits require iron plates and copper wires. It's all very nice. But this is really all I need to supply 10 of these green assemblers. So from here, let's see, from here, I need to automate a bunch of things while I'm letting the research go. I guess my next things, or the next things I need to start looking at automating are assembly machines. Once I get power poles, I need to automate those. I also need to automate transport belts, underground belts, splitters, inserters, to a higher degree than what I'm already doing. While, just running through here and grabbing these works, I want something that's more concrete. Go to a box, pick it up. Also would like to have the fast inserters and long-handed inserters automated so I don't have to manually craft those every time. What else do I need? I think that's a good place to start, is getting all of that automated. I'll start figuring out which one of those I want first, and I'll cut back whenever I'm ready to show and tell. Okay, so I decided to go with automating the assembly machine 2s first. So that required me putting steel on my bus, which required me to make steel. So I think this is a neat little setup that I have for steel. I basically needed to up my iron mining by basically... How many times am I going to say basically? I doubled my iron mining rate so I could have a separate line of iron feeding directly into my steel smelting setup. And basically, there it is, basically. Why so much? But the ratio of iron to steel is 5-to-1, but it takes 5 times as long to craft 1 bit of steel as it does an iron plate. So, 1 furnace smelting iron will feed 1 furnace smelting steel. Hopefully you understood that, because I didn't. It's a 1 furnace to 1 furnace ratio. That's basically it. And I've got a line of coal in between them, feeding them both. But that was important because I needed it for, once I get back over here, my assembly machine 2s, which more iron gear wheels, electronic circuits, steel plates, and iron plates. Actually, I didn't need the steel. I didn't need the iron, I just needed the steel. Did this one need... Yeah, that one needed the iron, though. That's why it's on the belt. Well, anyways, need to continue automating more. Let's see, I think I finally did... Oops. There. I finally did research my bigger electric poles, so I don't have to worry about chopping wood anymore. So I think I'm going to hit that next, then I'm going to work on either inserters or belts. We shall see. I'm still stealing from this one, but that's beside the point. Anyways, I will be right back. So, since the last time, I got a little bit distracted. Yeah, I remembered that I didn't put stone or stone bricks on my bus, and I'll eventually need them on my bus. So yeah, I went ahead and did that. It's just another setup with the stone bits. Let me come up this way. So I set up miners on my stone patch, and I'm just running that down into a furnace array. And it's also running a second line, you can kind of see up there towards the top of the screen. And I'm just running that second line over to my bus, so I have both stone and stone brick. I don't remember why I did it. There's got to be a reason. Why did I do it? I know I need stone for rails. I eventually want to get to that. It's not going to be anytime soon because I'm still good on my resources here in the starter area. Was it for these? No. I don't remember why I did it. I know I need it eventually. But anyways, that's what I did. Now I'm actually going to go work on, I think I'll do the inserters next. I think that's probably my best option. So using the powers of having a main bus, I now have inserters. Long-handed and fast inserters. This is much more convenient than having to deal with picking them up off of this line. Let's see, did I do anything else that I can think of? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, okay. But that's basically it. It wasn't really that bad. I don't know why I put it off for so long. It would have been a huge help when I made that furnace array, but anyways, now it's time for me to go ahead and deal with getting my belts ready. Because again, picking them up... Hi, sweetie. Hi. You gonna get in my lap? Yeah, cats are so distracting. But yes, picking them up from a chest is going to be more convenient than picking them up off the belt, because the belt can only store so much and the chest is much better at storing. Oh, you guys are so cute. You guys are such cute babies. Anyways, I'll be right back. And this is why I waited off on the belts for so long, because there is a lot that goes into belts. But first, I decided to make power poles. Because, yeah, it was starting to get a pain in the butt working with the wooden poles. And these guys can be easily automated since I already have all of that on the bus. I also, since I was using up so much iron, I decided to make more belt storage of iron, as well as make another furnace array for my iron. Let me come down here and take a look at what goes into belts. Belts require a lot of iron gear wheels and a lot of iron plates. So much so that I don't even think this is enough. But since I'm only having one of each type that is, so if we look here, mouse over that, it requires 40 iron gear wheels, and that's only storing 20 for whatever reason. Trying so hard to pump so many iron gear wheels into it, and it's like, nah, I don't need to store more than 20. That's not even enough to make one. Anyways, and again, here with these guys, need 5 each, where the regular ones only need 1 each. Beside the point, I also made splitters, red splitters, and again, a bunch of iron gear wheels, a bunch of electronic circuits, so much that even this is probably not enough to run one of these guys full time. Luckily, it doesn't have to run full time. I just need to come grab a stack whenever I need it, and that's that. I also cleared out trees down here. That's what I did, I remember now. There was a huge forest there. It's taking up space. Let's see. What's going on next? Right. So, as you can see, I can't research anything else because I don't have blue science packs or black science packs. I guess it's military and chemical? Yes, chemical. I don't know. I'm just going to refer to them by their colors. I can't keep track of what they're called. Anyways, so yeah, I think I'm going to work on getting the blue one set up, which is going to require oil. So if I look on my map, my oil's up here. I just need to pipe it down. So I'm going to work on oil production and refining. This is the part that always catches me up. So I'm going to work on that, and once I'm confident enough to show you my work, I'll be back. Okay. So here's what I've got. First I did a little test. Oh. Do I really want to go out there and show you my pump jack setup? That's so far away. You know what? I'll just talk about it. I've got pumps up here on all of the little spots of oil, and I just ran the piping down, made a 90-degree turn, ran it across, and then put it on my main bus. I also ran some water from up here down onto my main bus. That's really about it. That's what I've done. But anyways, to test out my oil making prowess, I decided to make batteries. I don't know why I chose batteries of all things, but batteries. I don't know what I'm going to use them for. They're just there. Anyways, then I went and made this. It is a 1 refinery to 2 plastic bits ratio. I don't know if that ratio is right. Frankly, I don't care. I just needed plastic because that is the one sticking point that I've always had with wherever it went, the chemical science packs. Because yeah, they require plastic. It's hiding in the advanced circuits, the red circuits there. But yeah, I have plastic. It's on my main bus, right there beside the iron. Also, plastic required coal, so I had to remake my coal setup. So I rerouted the coal that was going directly up into my power setup and put it through a belt balancer over here and ran it back through this way. One line now goes up into my power production, and the other goes down my main bus, where I use it for things. Wait, why are you not running? What's going on there? I guess it thinks it doesn't need to run? I'll figure that out later. Anyways, coming back this direction. But yeah, that's all. I've got plastic. Now I need to work on getting my blue science packs. So stage 1 complete, on to stage 2 of this process, which is going to have to wait until the next video because me in the editing room discovered that this video is way too long. But what I can do now is let me go back to the main menu, and I can talk about the mods that I can talk about the mods that I'm using. And I'm going to try to group them as best as I can, but for the most part, they're all quality of life mods or non-game changing mods. So asphalt roads, Factorio, pixel art, and text plates are all decorative tile sets. Text plates have copper and iron plates that have letters, arrows, numbers, and varying sizes. Pixel art is flat colored pieces, flat colored tile pieces. Factorio adds more lamp colors, adds more lamp signals, or signals in general, adds signs, adds more concrete types, and asphalt roads adds road tiles, which increase speed by a very large percentage. There's bottleneck, which adds a little blip to all crafting machines like assemblers, miners, furnaces. There we go. Basically, it's a little dot. If it's green, that means the machine's working. If it's yellow, that means it's output starved. It's got stuff sitting in its output slot and can't get rid of it. And if it's red, that means it's input starved. So nothing in the output slot and not enough material to craft in the input slots. Factorio, it adds more signals and sensors. Free network wiring removes the cost of network wiring. Hildar's Trains adds new tiers to cargo wagons and fluid wagons, and also tweaks the braking force a little bit just because of the increased weight of the wagons that it adds. New train tiers adds, I think, 5 levels on top of the train, or adds 4 new tiers, so yes, 5 total. Let's see, lighted electric poles. I've talked about these a lot. I still haven't made them, and I know that I don't make them in the next episode either, but I'll still talk about them a lot. But yeah, it just adds lights to electric poles. Literally it. Mini loaders are a variation of a proposed design element back in, I want to say, 0.14 or 0.15. It was a entity called the loader, which was a 2x1 tile that would take directly from belts and input it into chests and output directly from a chest onto a belt. You've seen them before. I had them as chutes in the very beginning of this video. These are a 1x1 tile, but it's really the same design. Let's see. Reverse Factory adds in a new assembler which deconstructs a wide variety of items. I think it has most items except for a few base components, like I know iron gear wheels don't, for example. Let's see. Saying concrete changes concrete to use iron sticks instead of iron ore. I got this one just because I didn't want to run iron ore down the bus if I ever needed to make concrete, which, speaking from more than one video in the future, yes, this one has definitely helped out a lot. And finally, Squeak Through allows the player character to walk between buildings that you normally can't walk between. So, for example, solar panels side by side, you can't walk between them. You can't walk between a bunch of chests that are stacked side by side. You can walk between pipes, or I guess you could say you step over pipes, but normally you can't walk between, like, a gap between 2 regular pipes, but now you can. And that's really all that I've been working with. I have not expanded this in, I think I'm up to a total of 60 hours of gameplay. So yes, this is what I'm continuing with through the game. The only one that I've added is this one. I think this is the only new one that I've added recently, just because I actually started working a little bit with the circuit network and logistics. But yeah, other than that, I think that about covers it. And confirm. Now let's take a look at a sneak peek of what's coming up in the next video. Ooh, feels good to being able to do this. I feel a little bit more prepared. But yes, I left off just starting to produce plastic, and this is what I have accomplished since then. And this is a whole video's worth of stuff. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day.